The backlash as a result of Clair Obscur Expedition 33 winning Game of the Year at the Game Awards is unreal. The, I guess, Wokies, the media shills, the gaming industry, they're all melting down over this game that was made by a tiny indie team of about 30 people. Came up, showed out, and shoved their BBC down the throats of the gaming industry, guys. If you watch the Game Awards, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They swept 9 awards, unprecedented. No other game has done that at the Game Awards. So as a result, everything's chaos right now. These people are losing their minds. They're absolutely angry. They're coping and seething over the game winning. But this indie game winning actually makes total sense, guys. And we're going to talk about it. And we're going to talk about why these so-called shills don't want you to understand why it won. Because this wasn't a rigged Game Awards, even though they want to throw that term out there. This is exactly what happens when creativity beats predictability. And all we've been getting out of modern gaming is predictability. Right, we got these big budget, massive hype AAA titles, you know, the ones that are all the same, rinse and repeat formula. Well, they didn't even fucking get anything. They literally walked away with 0 awards, including Hideo Kojima's Death Stranding 2, which, wow. And you know, Jeff Keighley's like a Kojima mark. So for Hideo Kojima to not win one single fucking award, that is wild, guys. Keep in mind, Clair Obscur showed the fuck up. 9 awards, guys. They dominated the entire award show to the point where by the end of it, all the snowflakes on Blue Sky and X were absolutely enraged. Enraged about it, right? It's great. I think it's hilarious that these AAA titles went away with 0 awards, guys. And again, the internet, they can't handle it. They cannot handle the truth. They're losing it. Twitter, Reddit, Discord, the cope is unreal, guys. People are screaming about rigged votes, unfairness, favoritism. But here's the thing, guys. It's not unfair. Okay? It's proof that the rules people thought governed the industry no longer apply. All right? You don't mean as much as you think to. All you legacy media, you media shills, the IGNs of the world, the varieties of the world, all of you guys, you do not matter as much as you think you do. The gamers fucking matter. And they showed up and they showed out because this was the winner nobody expected. We all wanted it. We all were like, this game deserves to be GOATY, but we know it's not going to happen because they won't allow it. Well, that's crazy because the opposite happened. Let's set the fucking stage here, right? AAA titles, they come with massive marketing campaigns. All of them. They get Domino's and Little Caesars. They get television marketing commercials. They get spots in the middle of WWE and AEW. They get commercials before movies. They get pushed everywhere. Sometimes toys, you name it. They get celebrity endorsements. We get guys like Snoop Dogg and Keanu and everybody under the sun endorsing these games. Franchise recognition because they're sequels to hit games. Predictable formulas. Hey, if you played a Call of Duty, you've played them all. You already know the routine. You just pick up the controller. You're in dick deep back in Nuketown. Expedition 33 had none of that. None of that, guys. It literally was a brand new IP with a clean slate. I don't think I've seen one single fucking commercial for this outside of YouTube. I didn't see any celebrities endorsing it. Not even Charlie, what's the name? The guy that plays Daredevil. He was, the guy that plays Daredevil, the voice actor. Charlie Cook. He was in this game. I don't think I ever saw him endorse it. In fact, he acted like it was just another gig. That it was just a fucking voice acting gig. This had no prior sequels. And there was no formula that we knew what it was going to be about. All we knew is that there was former Ubisoft devs involved with this game. And that it was them trying to make a brand new thing. All it had was pure ambition, passion, creative independence. They had a willingness to take risk that no one else would touch, like making turn-based combat, turn-based RPG combat. And the moment it kept getting called back on stage, multiple awards in a row, the audience started to shift from shock, like, holy crap, they want an award, to awe, like, my God, they're crushing it, because they did. And this is why people are salty online. They're mad because the rules didn't apply to their game. The Hideo Kojimas, the Kingdom Come Deliverances, they thought big teams with budgets in the hundreds of millions of dollars would automatically dominate. And they didn't. And that's the point. You can't rely on that anymore. Look at Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Look at Ghost of Yote. You can't rely on, oh, we're a big budget studio anymore and the money's just going to be handed to us because we're tied to the franchise of the game before us, like Ghost of Tsushima or just any other previous Black Ops. That's not working anymore. The buck stops here, guys. Rompus time is over for third party and AAA. You guys fucked around and found out for way too long, and I'm here for it. Now, the speech that they gave broke Twitter because when the devs accepted their rewards, it was in a way honest. It was super honest. That made everybody's fucking AAA head spin, guys. They thanked YouTube tutorials, which is fucking amazing. A developer going up there saying thank you YouTube tutorials because I didn't know how to make a game. They thanked play testers. They thanked localization teams. They thanked motion capture and voice actors. Like, they flew everybody out on their team. They flew the entire team out. They basically said, hey, we didn't even know how to make a game at first, and yet we still beat everybody else. This was meant to be a hobby, like a passion project. They didn't even think that it would go this far. And yeah, that triggered a lot of people online. The shills, you know the shills I'm talking about. They preach that only big studios matter. They were suddenly forced to confront this big reality check, guys, that creativity wins over formula every fucking time. You know, seeing people like Erika Ishii making cringe of themselves eating popcorn, it's great. It's priceless. You can't put money on that, guys. And honestly, that was good to see them up there. Their honesty, their humility, their thankfulness, the recognition of the community that helped them, it hit fucking hard. That sold the next game for them. Believe it or not, people are in on this studio. The consumers, the gamers, the chuds, we're in on this studio. But the internet can't handle it. They're on full-on cope mode. And you know what the icing on the cake was? They said, hey, we got a free DLC update now available. You can go home and play it. They put extra content on the game free. When most other big budget studios would say, hey, there's DLC, it's $20, $30. Let's be real, though, guys. AAA is losing ground. They're absolutely losing ground. And this is evidence. They should be embarrassed. They got predictable mechanics that they rely on. They got brand recognition that they just hide behind. And they make safe choices. Even Nintendo does it. That's what I said about Metroid Prime 4. It's too much of a safe choice there. They try to appeal to a wider audience instead of taking risk. And Expedition 33 ignored all of that, guys. And by doing so, it exposed the truth that AAA fans don't want to admit, that predictability is boring. It is. Risk wins awards. Risk wins hearts. Try something different. Try to innovate, right? Even Kojima's Death Stranding 2, like I brought up, which is a game that should have swept the night, left with 0. That had to have been a wake-up call for Kojima. I hope he got humbled. Sometimes I think he's a little bit of a prick, if I'm being honest, but that's just me. Watching his reaction, I think there was like one zoomed in where he was clapping, was priceless, guys. A legend watching newcomers rewrite the rules of the fucking game. You gotta appreciate it. And this is the exact kind of shift that shakes an industry to its core, guys. The internet just can't handle it. The internet, why are you gay? If you go to Twitter, you can see all these people, oh, the game ain't even that great. The game's dry. The game sucks. Combat's this and that. Guys, shut up. Cope and seethe, right? But let's talk about the bigger picture here. Let's talk about why this really matters, guys. This shows that small teams can compete. And that's been something that's been debated upon, because you get these big studios that have hundreds of people working on games. 30 people just beat multi-hundred person fucking teams. Studios that are huge. That's inspiring for anybody trying to break into the gaming industry. Like, now is the time to do it, guys. Gamers want fresh ideas. They want stuff that are passionate. They want good ideas that take risk. I mean, I'm debating even trying to get into the gaming industry at this point, because AAA is cooked right now, guys. Risk is being rewarded, and Expedition 33 didn't play it safe. It dared to be weird. It dared to be experimental, guys. And as a result, it shows that it was responded to very well. And that's all that matters, because the gaming community, the gamers themselves, the community is powerful. You got YouTube tutorials, the play testers, the fans, all of it just comes together. It's all acknowledged as part of the process, and big budget studios forget that. This shows that collaboration beyond traditional studio walls is absolutely fucking valuable, and it was refreshing to see the people go up there and thank all of that. It really showed how down to earth they are, and the shills are mad because they can't control the narrative behind this. AAA marketing machines want to dictate what wins in these award shows. That's why the fan vote has like no voting power. It's all these big media companies and stuff. Creativity doesn't care about politics, guys. Hype, they don't care about hype. They don't care about narrative control. Creativity will always win at the end of the fucking day. So all that anger online that you're seeing, that's just evidence that something real just happened and we witnessed it. Like, this is history. Remember this Game Awards show, guys, because that victory was fucking sweet. This isn't drama. Okay? This is a wake-up call for the gaming industry. This is a wake-up call for players, honestly. Players, again, we want new ideas, and teams, whether they're big or small, they should all chase ambition over safety. This proved that award shows will still reward creativity and not just money, guys. And for fans, it's proof that being bold can pay off. If there was anybody in that audience or anybody watching that wants to be a gaming developer, I hope this was inspirational to them. I genuinely hope this was inspirational. Your favorite indie project out there just might shake the industry enough. Shake the very foundations of gaming next year and top it, guys. The internet could scream all it wants. They could scream, they could cry, they could throw their fits. But this win, they absolutely deserved it. They deserved every award. All 9 of them, guys. So yeah, people are mad. People are coping. They're calling it unfair. But here's the truth. Expedition 33 winning wasn't a mistake. It was a fucking statement. A statement that said creativity is better than predictability. Small teams are better than massive budgets. Risk is better than comfort. And that's why you should fucking care. That's because this kind of shakeup is what the gaming industry needed. They needed this shakeup. I hope they all took fucking note. I hope they all took note. Every single gaming studio that was paying attention to that. So if you think this was unfair, just remember the real unfairness would be ignoring the power of creativity altogether. And if Expedition 33 didn't win Game of the Year, at the very least, that would have been unfair. They didn't just win Game of the Year, though. They reminded the world how gamers are supposed to feel. And games are supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be fun. They're supposed to be for everybody, but they're supposed to be fun at the end of the day. And all these big studios forget that. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there, guys. Make sure you hit that like or the dislike. Fuck it. Engage with this video. Leave a comment, like, hit that subscription. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Peace out, sucker.